The ASEAN-Korea relations began in 1989 as a sectoral dialogue partnership and have dramatically developed in many fronts over the past 30 years. In 1991, the ASEAN-Korea relations were upgraded into a full dialogue relations. In 2010, Korea and ASEAN entered into a strategic partnership. Trade volume was increased by more than 20-folds from $8.2 billion in 1989 to $177 billion in 2021. Annually, millions of people from ASEAN and Korea are visiting each other. In 2022, the ASEAN-Korea relations are charting out a new and more dynamic future. President Yoon Suk-yeol announced Korea-ASEAN Solidarity Initiative towards mutual prosperity and development while upholding rules-based international order and jointly responding to regional and global challenges.
아세안은 한국의 인도-태평양 전략을 추진해 나가는 데 있어 가장 중요한 협력 파트너입니다.
President Yoon announced the Korean government's plan to double the amount of ASEAN-Korea Cooperation Fund and upgrade the ASEAN-Korea relations to comprehensive strategic partnership in 2024, along with other plans for stronger cooperation with ASEAN. Free and stable movement of capital is backbone of economic growth. Financial cooperation between ASEAN and Korea has served as a solid foundation for our outstanding economic growth over the past decades. Now, more than 17,000 of Korean enterprises are running businesses in ASEAN, contributing to the economic growth of the region. Almost 38% of Korean financial companies' overseas branches are located in ASEAN, more than doubled over the past 10 years. In the 21st century, the role of finance has become more important than ever. However, the potentials of financial cooperation between ASEAN and Korea have been yet fully materialized. Against this backdrop, in 2019, the leaders of Korea and ASEAN agreed to establish Financial Cooperation Center in Jakarta. Despite the mounting challenges of COVID-19, in April 2022, the ASEAN ROK Financial Cooperation Center was finally launched in Jakarta. Enjoying strong welcome and support from the ASEAN member states, the ASEAN ROK Financial Cooperation Center (FCC) is heading towards a vision of mutually beneficial financial cooperation between ASEAN and Korea. In close cooperation with partner institutions in Korea, FCC is carrying out various cooperation projects, leveraging their expertise and experience to support ASEAN's financial development. FCC is coordinating with relevant ministries and agencies of Korean government in order to ensure proper funding for their financial cooperation projects with ASEAN from various sources. FCC is supporting ASEAN's achievement of their strategic goals in the finance sector, focusing on capacity building, financial infrastructure, and financial policy and scheme. For financial integration of ASEAN, FCC is supporting the introduction of open banking system in the ASEAN Plus 3 region and providing assistance in charting out a roadmap for green financial ecosystem in the ASEAN region. For financial inclusion of ASEAN, FCC is supporting ASEAN's capacity building and policy development on SMEs, as well as the digitalization of rural banks in ASEAN. For financial stability of ASEAN, FCC is running a metaverse training program on deposit insurance policy as a stepping stone for ASEAN tailored deposit insurance scheme. For Korean financial companies, FCC is promoting environment for fair competition in ASEAN and offering on-site assistance through the network of financial attaches in ASEAN. For Korean SMEs in ASEAN, FCC is making coordination efforts to grant them easier access to CODIT's policy funding and providing consulting services on financial challenges the Korean SMEs are facing in their daily businesses. The ASEAN ROK Financial Cooperation Center will save no efforts to promote mutually beneficial financial cooperation between ASEAN and Korea and stand ready to support our partners in ASEAN.